Happy July 2nd, everyone. Okay, I know, with or without fireworks, it's July 4th. But could I make the case that July 2nd actually is probably the more patriotic holiday? Because it was on July 2nd, 1776, that the Second Continental Congress came together and really agreed to our national birth certificate, the Declaration of Independence. In fact, so much so that John Adams went back to his room and wrote his wife Abigail and said, the second day of July, 1776, will be the most memorable in the history of America. We should celebrate with fireworks. He got it half right. It was July 4th that they approved the edits to the text and had enough copies made so they could declare it to the world, including in particular King George III. Exactly 7 years later, it was also on July 2nd, 1863, that the most important battle of the American Civil War occurred in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, on a particular hill. And Pastor Bob would like to talk more about that on Sunday. 101 years ago, or 101 years later, exactly, on July 2nd, 1964, the Civil Rights Act of 1964 became law. And finally, segregation and Jim Crow laws could be legally dismantled. Oh, and also, 2 years before that, on July 2nd, there's this guy, his name was Sam, he lived in Arkansas. He started the first Walmart. So, what more proof do you need, American? July 2nd should be the national sacred holiday. So if you don't mind, I have this petition I would really like for you to sign. I'm kidding. Actually, if we could get a whole bunch of likes on this video, right over here, I think, like 2 million of them, if you don't mind. I'm kidding again, because maybe it's not the day itself that is sacred. After all, Jesus wasn't born on December 25th. It's what we choose to honor with the day. Maybe it's not the patriotic song itself that is sacred. Maybe it's what memories we choose to honor from our American experience as it plays. Maybe it's not the fabric itself that is sacred. Maybe it's the people on the ground declaring their allegiance to something that they know they're putting up there because they need everybody to see that allegiance. It's not the day. It's remembering what was achieved by the unity of purpose, by this group. And what do we do when we're blessed with this sacrifice of theirs when they came together? How do we celebrate? Yay! Freedom! Individual liberty! Now give me my guns, get off my lawn, don't tell me what I should do. Which translates, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Don't get me wrong. That's usually my position, because I'm an introvert. I love to be in that comfort zone, except the uncomfortable truth of July 2nd. It keeps reminding me, what do they all have in common, all those groups I mentioned? The Second Continental Congress of 1776, the Boys in Blue from Maine of 1863, the Civil Rights Leaders of 1964, the early Church of Christ, for a mess of the month of Julius Caesar, seconds, when they stood up to the Roman Empire. Community. They came together and were of one mind for a truth that we should aspire to. That's what God blessed. And that's what we honor today, even when it wasn't popular then. Each one of them individually sacrificed so they could serve the greater good. It reminds me of Hebrews chapter 10, verses 24 and 25. And let us consider one another in order to stir up love and good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, as is the manner of some, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. Happy July 2nd, everybody. Woohoo!